Okay, my friends, let's see what the cards have to say for you. Well, I was just thinking about, like I said, the first card that came out, and it came in reverse. It's the Emperor card. It's called the Horned God in this deck, but it is the Emperor. And the Emperor usually indicates a father figure, someone of authority. It can be a male that is passed on, that's in the spirit world, that assists you and you feel their essence around you. But oftentimes, too, it is someone of authority or a leader or a father. And so this card was in reverse. So it may be that some of you are missing the person or missing a person. Wow, I just had a piece of paper fall when I said that. Like I don't need that, what was on that paper. It's like you don't need this authority spiritually, but you are missing them on an emotional level. So this would be the Emperor in reverse. It could be that this is the end of a relationship, or that you're not feeling the and this would represent a male too. So if you're a female, that you're not feeling the male energy around you that you thought that would stay around you, be around you for a long time. There may be a little, a few issues in paradise. And that's my dog agreeing. So just kind of be on the lookout for any, it could be difficulties in your relationship. It could be words said, that this person's not standing up to their position how you normally would see them, in the light that you would see them as an authority figure, as a father figure. So, it is in reverse. It's an interesting way to start off the mid-month, Gemini, I will say. Yeah, I was kind of wondering to myself if this could be you. I'm feeling like this is someone else, but let me know in the comments below if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling like you've lost some of your leadership or authority in a particular situation. Though I do feel like it's, for a lot of you, someone else that has maybe let you down or just not there for some reason. Somebody that's just not there, not available. Okay, so the next card is the Eight of Chalices. And this really is a life-changing card. This is about moving past a situation that it's been emotional for you. Wow, now there's outside babies crying. All kinds of auditory inclusions in this particular reading. But moving past a difficult situation and ready to move on. The Eight of Cups has seen changes. He's ready to move forward to a new life, or she. This card could represent a male or female. So all of you, Gemini. And it can be too that it's about a relationship, but it can also be about a company you've worked for or the work you've done, and it may be a little bit of been heartbreaking to you that it hasn't worked out exactly like you thought it would be in a particular area of your work, but you need to release it, move on, see that there's brighter horizons. As you can see, he has his satchel full of plans, so it's not like you don't have anything to look forward to. There's other plans you can make. He has his hands under his chin, so he's really contemplating. So you guys might be introspecting some the second part of November. And he has his cane, which to me reminds me of a wand, the wand cards. The wand cards are about our purpose in life, our creative inspiration, what we do for a living. And then there's this bird who's really welcoming him and guiding him to move on. Go ahead and move past this. You can see he's leaving his castle, he's leaving the cups, and what else is there? So any of you all that maybe, unfortunately, if there's a breakup in a relationship, but you're ready to move on, or if you have felt like your career, your purpose is changing, you might be moving towards new horizons, and be ready, and you're ready for it. It's not something that you're not ready for. I think a lot of you are, and it's interesting. I'm seeing candles for some of you, and I don't know if you are meditating, surrounding yourself with candles. Um, you like to have candles in your home. I mean, actually even smelling them. So kind of a tropical smell, actually, if you will. But it doesn't mean your candles have to be tropical. That's just what I'm getting. Sea breeze, even. You know, those might also be relaxing for you with this. And I'm wondering, let's take a look at the third card, because I want to see how these relate and how the third one relates as well. And I'll pull clarification cards for you. The third card is temperance. So the third card is balance. Balance, boy, that's what you're going to be seeking, is a way to listen to your guides, your angels, your fairies. You can see them in the card on at the back of her head, and then at the front, right through in through here. So she's getting psychic messages, intuitive messages, and then she's putting together her own cup of soup, or bowl of soup, or cauldron of soup. So which means basically that she's hearing the whisperings of her angels, and she's using that to manifest in the material world. And it also could mean that some of you could be very good at social skill. Well, you're Gemini, of course, of course you are. You're very communicative. But this card does indicate that at certain times. Very good at communicating with other people, of heading organizations, of also communicating, what am I getting? Communicating in a business situation what others need to hear. So in other words, if you're in a group and there's a project and you have some great ideas, some bright ideas, this is the time to display those and express those. Because I think you have some intuitive guidance. Well, I know you do with this particular card. And as you can see, the flowers are purple, so that would indicate intuitiveness, using your psychic abilities. Ah, well, and here's candles. Don't you love it? Yeah, all right, that's interesting. I was just talking about candles a minute ago. So and the moon is in the background. So again, it's a very intuitive card about balancing your life. Balancing your emotions with your physical everyday life. How do you do that? Let's pull some clarification cards. One way you do it is listen to your intuition. Let's pull some clarification cards, Gemini, and see what comes up. This horned god is interesting, and it's actually the Emperor, but why is that coming up? Well, okay, the Five of Swords is the clarification card on that, and that's about making a stand. There could be some conflict, definitely conflict. This particular person's making a stand. He's putting his sword in the ground and saying, this is it. This is what I want. These are my ideas, and take it or leave it. And the other people in the card have felt wounded. So the caution here, if this has been you and you've used some sharp words, then you may want to hang back a little bit, because it might be keeping this person from standing up for themselves, from saying what they want. And that's maybe why this guy's in reverse, this Emperor, who usually, he's the king. He's the strength, the male strength, as you can see. Lots of strength. He's in reverse, though. So any type of situations of challenging conflicts, discussions that have been challenging. Let's see what comes up for the Eight of Chalices, why this came up, of why you guys might be moving on. Well, The Wheel of Fortune comes up. All right, well, there's a good reason why you're moving on. Because, you're moving towards this Wheel of Fortune. And this indicates a time in your life where, the wheel can be on the positive side. And it is in this particular case. That's what this indicates, is the positive time in your life where you can make things happen because you are deciding to move away from. It can be as much as a house or a relationship. It can be from another person. It can just be from a project that you decided to shelve from the time being. But because you do this, because you're doing this life-changing and you're moving on to new horizons, the Wheel of Fortune comes up and says all kinds of good fortune, optimism, hope. There's the peace, the dove of peace, and the angel, and the lion for strength, and the boar. So that's pretty awesome. And then the Temperance card. Well, I think we know from the other two cards why the Temperance card has come up. But, wow, the Six of Cups comes up. Well, normally the Six of Cups represents childhood memories. But I'm feeling, too, like some of you, just some of you. Now, remember, this is a Gemini Sun, Moon, or Rising reading. So watch your rising and your moon signs as well. Some of you may need balance around the home if you're taking care of children, or if you're an advocate for children, or you take care of other people's children, or you work in a daycare. It might mean that you need balance around that. The Six of Cups normally is very harmonious. Six is about harmony, so just keeping the harmony, keeping the balance. Childhood memories that come up and you're balancing. It could also be, if you really want to go on the, the woo-woo side, that these intuitive messages you're receiving are from your spirit guides that are like little angels, like these two. And that could be spirit guides that feel like children that have really fun, playful, great ideas that would benefit you. Pay attention to that intuition, Gemini. I'm going to pull one last card from Stephen Farmer's Earth Magic deck, just for like a resolution, or how to be in this month. How do we want this month? What's the best for Gemini? This card wants to come out. Vulnerability. Meadow, vulnerability. So being open to your own emotions is what it's feeling for me. And this goes well with this card here. Being vulnerable to others. And I don't mean in a way that's going to cause you physical harm, but being able to express yourself with others where you know that they're not going to stomp all over you, but that you'll find support. Being vulnerable, open in a business situation, if you need to express yourself or what you need with another person, or in a romantic relationship. But vulnerability, my friends. Okay, that has the sunflower. Sunflowers to me, again, optimism, and the purple flowers for intuition. All right, sorry about the camera there. I'm going to add these up numerologically. 4, 8 is 12. 4 and 8 is 12. And 14 is 26. 2 and 6 is 8. And it's funny because I'm doing this both ways, numerologically, and also I'm connecting these, whatever number it is, to the major arcana card. So it's very interesting to me. 8 in numerology is about inner strength, power, manifestation, making more money. And 8 in the major arcana cards is strength. So it's about you guys feeling that inner strength, opening up to your own vulnerable strength. And therefore, you can find new possibility, new avenues, and new opportunities. You might want to keep, if you are into crystals, the citrine is an awesome crystal for keeping that third chakra around the stomach area open and in flow. And that's your inner strength, my friends.